Hi, this is my son Chris, and he has special needs, which causes him to have sensitivities to touch and sound, which makes it very difficult for him to get a haircut at a barbershop. So I taught myself how to cut his hair at home so he can feel safe and we can have a great time for bonding. Now, there was a really long gap between this haircut and the last one he got, so it was almost like starting from scratch with helping him to feel safe and to trust the clippers because he was a little bit afraid. And it took a little time for him to gain that confidence back so that he could trust me and know that I wasn't going to jack his head up and the clippers were not going to injure him. The funny thing with neurodivergence and sensory issues is that sometimes we think that people just grow out of it, and because he looks older, that he's going to behave differently when he's faced with the same stimuli. And this is a problem that causes people to have a little less grace on neurodivergent kids just because they look older. Now, I've learned a lot from being a teacher's aide in the special education department. And there's a certain joy that comes from creating an environment that allows them to have the dignity that they deserve. And it gives me hope to see neurotypical kids standing up for them when they're marginalized or even called the R slur. And you would think that in 2025, people would have already stopped using such a dehumanizing and hurtful word. But it seems like we still have some ways to go. But in my life, I'm going to do my part to make sure that neurodivergent persons will feel accepted just like any other people. That they'll know that they belong, that they're valued, and that they're loved just like anybody else. And the more of us there are that have that type of thinking, it's going to create a brighter future for people like Chris, and that's something that they deserve.